Alright, here we go. Hello everybody, what is good, what is good? This is the boy Arcana MD back again with another video on this channel. And today the new set has actually leaked for TCG Pocket Shining Revelry. So we're going to be going over some of the cards in said pack. And we are going to see which ones are going to be the most broken, as opposed to the other video I posted earlier this week about the top 5 cards I wanted broke, the top 5 cards I saw that were broken, but the whole set list released. So now we're gonna go try and see like which cards are actually the most broken, which cards gonna be the most used, the least used, which lines are gonna be good, etc., etc. So without further ado, we're gonna get started by just starting the basic stuff. Okay, this is Weedle. We're gonna start by going left to right, top to bottom. Basically, this is what we're gonna do. Since I can't see my mouse, I'm gonna put that up so you can see my mouse actually. Hold on. Wait, the cursor is captured. Oh, capture cursor? Hello? Oh, wait. Moron. Hold on. Moron. Oh, this is cursor capture is there, right? Yeah, it's there. Okay, this is I can't see my cursor. That's funny. But anyways, we're gonna start off with left to right, top to bottom. This is actual stream, so there probably won't be any much cuts or too many cuts. But we're gonna lock in and get this stuff done. Honestly, I don't feel like recording any actual content, so I'm just gonna do it all in the stream. So let's start with Weedle. Just put one random Weedle from your deck to your bench. That's fine. Flip a coin after Pokemon's paralyzed. String shot. That's okay. Crushing Spear, which is Bijo's actual Japanese name is actually Spear, which is kind of funny. But discard a random energy for your opponent's active Pokemon. I feel like this is gonna be good. It's stage 2, but it's still like really good because you can discard energy. You can discard energy that they need to be discarded. Okay. Flip a coin, and until you get tails, the attack does 40 damage for each heads. So it's gonna do 50 plus 40 for each heads. 50 plus 40 times, basically. Split Cheeto. Obviously, this is one of the good ones that I wanted to have on the deck. One of the good ones I want to have on deck here for grass, so you can just get one random grass type Pokemon from your deck to your hand, and then you can get a Forgado here too, which is Forgado and Meowscarada. I like Meowscarada a lot, actually. I feel like Meowscarada is gonna be really broken because it does 130. It does 130 damage if your opponent is an EX Pokemon. So with the likes of Mew, Celebi, etc., those things will get OHKO by this thing. It only costs 2 energy to OHKO one of those things without any without a giant cape around, of course. So Meowscarada will definitely be doing big damage to everything. It has 140 HP as a stage 2 with no EX, so it's also really well rounded. Really well rounded in that regard. So we have the basic Charmander, Charmeleon with both 1 and 2 energy combustions. And we have Charizard. Charizard EX. This Charizard might be the most broken Charizard, ironically speaking. So basically, the moment you get Charizard, you should have a ton of energy. The moment you get Charizard, you should already have like around 3, maybe 4 or 5 different fire energy on you right now. And if you're playing Moltres with this set Zard, you should have more. So, in the event that your energy gets sapped from you, you just use Stoke and get 3 more for free. That's crazy. You get 3 more for free. So in the event that you get a Zard before you put energy on, you can just put 1 energy on and just use Stoke and get 3 more. And you attack again the next turn. Or if you have 2 energies on the Charmeleon and you roll it to Zard, you Stoke and you get 5. And then this has no energy drawbacks. Like, you don't have to remove any fire energy. So, it's just too broken. You just do 150 for basically free. You do 150 for free, 180 HP. With a giant cape, it'll be 200 HP, and no mon is doing that much damage in 1 turn. Unless you're Celebi and you get like all like about like 3-4 heads, and that's fine. You get 3-4 heads, like you're like 4 heads, 5 heads, and you're nuking this thing. But that's just a luck thing, right? So that's basically what it's gonna come down to. Luck is a skill, guys. Yeah, Magmortar. It says during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon tries to use an attack, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, the attack does not happen. So it's just basically another one of those. Another one of I forgot the name of that mon actually already, but I don't feel like thinking about it right now. And we have Paldean Tauros. So it's basically like a weaker version of Heatran. It's like basically a weaker version of Heatran's move. So it just does like 10 damage to itself. But it's a good basic mon though. 110 HP, good basic mon. Really good basic mon. And we have Tentacruel. Nothing really too special about these two. Yeah, Buizel, Floatzel. It does 30 damage. So Water Arrow is just basically Water Surfing, but you have to use it. It's just not an ability. And it does 30 damage instead of like 10. We have Wiglet, Spring Out. If one of your opponent's Pokemon it shows that random, do 30 damage to it. Sorry, chat. Do 30 damage to it. Which is, not bad, because like if it it's just like a one target Draco Meteor, and it says one of your opponent's Pokemon is chosen at random, and for each time a Pokemon was chosen, it's chosen 3 times this Wilk Trio. So each time the Pokemon was chosen, do 50 damage to it. So it's gonna do a max 150. It's not bad, like could be better. Dondozo. Ocean Cyclone. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon as well. So it's gonna do 80 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. Okay. Let's see. And Retreat Directive Tatsugiri. So Dondozo has no retreat cost, although it has 3. That's actually really good. That's really good stuff here. So I like that a lot, actually. I actually like that a ton. Pikachu EX Thunderbolt. Discard all energy from this Pokemon, which is we already talked about this in the video, but yeah. How Voltorb, Tumbling Attack. This attack, if this attack lands heads, 30 more damage plus 30 more damage. That's fine. Pachirisu. We already talked about this in the video as well. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Take an energy from the energy zone and attach it to electric type Pokemon. Punch for Palma is actually really solid too, ironically. It says if this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, do 20 damage to the attacking Pokemon. So if it's damage from your opponent's Pokemon, I feel like it shouldn't. I feel like it won't matter if it comes from the bench or the active spot. So like if Darkrai were to use his ability, Palmon's ability by activating, he does 24. That's what I'm hoping anyway. I mean, I don't know. This is what it reads. If it's damaged by an attack from the opponent's, they're not an ability. Okay. I'm a liar. Say that. So, yeah. Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam, Psychic Suppression this time. This attack also does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has energy attached. Okay, so if it has energy attached, it just does 20. That's fine. That's actually really good for bench damage as well. Juggling, flip 4 coins. This attack does 20 damage. This is a good basic for This is actually a really good basic. Mr. Mime is a good basic, but it's just he needs required 2 energy. It's just not good. We have Drifloon, guaranteeing EX the big bad boy of the show here. Once during your turn, you may take a second energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So the drawback is really useful. It's really useful for accelerated energy, but at the same time, you won't be able to do anything. then you won't be able to do anything in your turn end. So like, if you want to build up Giratina, oh my god, why am I yawning, bro? But if you want to build up Giratina so quickly, you will have to sacrifice some turns. But you can probably build Giratina up in like 2 turns. Because you just attach your energy to it, then you use the ability in the turn, attach another energy, another ability in the turn, and then next turn you just attack. That's if you go second, of course. And we have Gimme Ghoul. Yeah, Gimme the Ghoul. Oh my god, damn, man! I'm yawning so bad. Okay. I'm locked. Alright, chat, I'm locked. Alright, Chesterflage. Flip a coin. If heads, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. I like Gimme Ghoul. Gimme Ghoul is gonna be a very, because I saw something for Golden Ghost, which we will see later. Okay, we have Machop, Machoke, flip a coin. This attack does 30 more damage. Machamp. If this Pokemon has at least 2 energy attack attached, this Pokemon does 50 more damage. So this is just basically fighting Meowscarada. This is fighting type Meowscarada at this point, right? It just does 120 though. Yeah, it just does 120 instead of 130. And hit my chin. Hit my chin is so that's a basic amount that requires 3 energy to attack. I think hit my lead is gonna be better overall. I mean, that's debatable. Riolu, Lucario EX, that's fine. This is 30 damage to each 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it does 100 plus 30. A double kick of Flamigo, flip 2 coins, attack does 50 damage for each heads. That's actually really good for a basic mon. Number of the Ekans, a Venomous Fang Arbok, and this Pokemon's now poisoned. After the Pokemon's now poisoned from Poison Jab, it only has 1 retreat cost for Paldane Wooper. Paldane Cloud Sire. And if your Pokemon's active Pokemon, if your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, this attack does 60 more damage, so it just does 120 like the normal one. Confused Way. It does 20 and Confusion, which is really good. No. Ashuro Gafai. During your turn, you may flip a coin if heads your Pokemon's active Pokemon is not poisoned. This is just basically the Hypno ability. I think this is basically the Hypno ability. And Tink, Tinkaton is actually really good, but it's not as good as Golden Go here. But you know, we'll get to that when we get to that. Flip a coin if heads does 30 more damage. Flip a coin this attack does 80 more damage. Headbutt for Reverum. Flip a coin if heads your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage to effects and all done to this Pokemon. That's fine. Well, and here we are, Golden Go. This thing is kind of broken. This is actually kind of broken. Okay, so I'm going to preface this by saying it is a non-EX steel version of Celebi. Adds an extra energy, but it has Dialga. If you have a Dialga, you just attach energy to it. And it also has evolves from Gimme Ghoul. Well, obviously. So, you know, you gotta have a Gimme Ghoul in this thing to even use it. So, in terms of all caveats, and despite all the caveats necessary and needed to summon this thing and to use it, it will definitely be very much so useful because of the simple fact of if you accelerate energy enough, like if your Dialga can live for like 3 turns and you can just like put all your energy, you have 6 energy right there. And not counting all the other energy, that you can just put on Golden Go and add even more flips to the scenario here. But the thing is, there is no superior for this deck. If I'm calling it correctly, there is no superior for this deck. So you won't have a double. It's just a little bit less Celebi. It's like a lesser Celebi, which is, you know, not bad, but, you know, not bad. It's still really good. And the fact that it doesn't cost 2 points when you kill it, which is another thing. Like, that's another thing. It's really, really good. You're already doing base 150 damage anyway. Like, you're already doing base 150 damage anyway. So it's just like, you know, you're already doing that. Like, that, it's already being done. You're doing base 150. Or you're having the 3 energy. That's fine. And let me close this OBS. Boom. Rattata, Eradicate, nonsense, just useless. Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, Comforting Song. Okay. You mean heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon? From your active Pokemon? What's what you mean heal 20 damage? Oh, wait. Okay. I guess it means 2 active Pokemon, I guess. Or something that it steals my HP for another reason. That's weird. Oh, you got Lickitung and Licky Licky. No EX Licky Licky, but Licky Licky in general. Bidoof. Barrel. We have God and God EX. That's crazy. Alright, let's see. Alright. Let's look at this right quick. Let's look at this. This also might be pretty broken. Carefree Press. Heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Oh! That's what it says from. I don't understand the wording. But yeah, the wording is when it says from, it means you just heal it. So that's fine. That's nicely broken. I like this a lot. It's a 4 energy cost though, but you know, you can just pair this up with Dialga and be free. Baneri Lopunny, actually nothing. Over acceleration during this turn, over acceleration during the next turn, over acceleration does 20 more damage. So it's gonna do 20 and then 40, so it's gonna do 60. And it's a basic too. It's actually not bad. Actually not bad basic. Not bad basic at all. Iono, however the fuck you pronounce her name. However you pronounce her name. I don't know. Iono. Each player shuffles their cards back into their hand, into their deck, and then draws that many cards. So it's just basically card destruction. Yu-Gi-Oh! If you guys played Yu-Gi-Oh! Before. Nurse Joy Lady healed 30 damage from one of your Pokemon, and it recovers from all special conditions. So, burn, confusion, all that stuff, it just heals it. That's nice to know. So, pair this up with a potion. And you're cooking. You heal like 50 right there. That's fire. 2 potions, you heal 70, but that's also another thing. During this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon do 20, but plus 20 damage to your opponent's active EX. So, Meowscarada with red, that's gonna be kind of broken. It already Okos Jirachi, and it already Okos Jirachi, and what you call it? Celebi, yes. So not Jirachi. Celebi and Mew. Celebi and Mew. I said Jirachi. Wrong mythical. Already Okos mythical. Okos Mew and Celebi. So add this. It's going to Oko. You can even Oko Palkia, Dialga, and Arceus. It go kill all of them. Meowscarada can at least just like solo everything. That's crazy. You know, energy draw right too. With this card. So with this card itself, it's gonna be really good. Alright, Team Rocket Grunt. I kind of like this. I kind of like the direction they're taking with this card, because it's just like flip a coin, and if you get tails for each heads, flip this coin until you get tails. For each head, discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So like, if you know somebody's like setting up on you, and you can just like, oh, I'm just gonna keep setting up in the back, yada yada. And you know, now we're going like, okay, now we're going to like, ha 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 ha. energy. I'm gonna like switch you in type shit. Like, switch you, or you have to switch you in. Just use it. That's another thing, right? You can just use it. Meowscarada though, I like this Meowscarada art. This Meowscarada art looks kind of fire. No pun intended. Cause it's weak to fire. But this Meowscarada art is fire. The Buizel art is sick. The Tatsugiri art, is fire. The Corvai art, the Golden Gold art I kind of want. This Jigglypuff freaks me out. That thing looks a little bit too uber realistic for me. Beedrill EX, Charizard, Wugtrio, Pikachu, Giratina. Oh, it can also Oko Giratina. Meowscarada also Oko Giratina with red. That's sick. Lucario EX art, Clodsire, Tinkaton, Bibero, Iono, Nurse Lady. I like the Iono art. Nurse Lady, Red, Grunt, the Pikachu EX. This Pikachu EX art looks kind of sick. I cannot lie. It looks sick. This art right here is fire. Paldea and Clodsire. This looks uber realistic. It freaks me out. Tinkaton, the Tinkaton EX is so sick, bro. I like that. The Bibero EX, it looks sick too. I like the derpy art style they went with that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Giratina EX immersive. I probably might get 10 of those before I get anything else. Weedle, you know, the shiny variants of these. Shiny variants. And, you know, the shiny 2-stars. Shiny EX ones. And a gold Pokeball. This is a flex. I bet this is gonna cost like a bunch of things, so a bunch of pack points. So I'm just gonna get this anyway. Fuck that, I don't want the gold Pokeball high key. But that's pretty much all at the video right there. So, you know, if y'all enjoyed the video, please, you know, leave a like, drop a sub, and all that other stuff, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip. Peace.